Okie dokie, time to play. Have I put the right settings into the to OBS so I can play games on stream? Because every other time I've streamed, I haven't set the right options and it has been not fun for anyone. So hopefully it works. So this is the first time I booted up Survive. I had it downloading updates during the day, so this is exciting for everyone. And hopefully I've messed around with OBS quite a bit since I last streamed, so I'm also hoping that the chat window functions as would expected, and it's not like floating boxes where it shouldn't be floating. It should be floating in the part that says chat. And also I've got a different webcam on because my usual webcam that I use is a phone, and it is an old phone. Hey, it's the Digital Hazard! It's good to know that I'm not just talking to myself. And we've got Dabbing Gilmon. And speaking of which, I do have... He was in my PO box today. He is an interactive Gilmon, but I haven't opened him yet. Because Survive was on my list of things to do. By the way, I really hope that my microphone is coming through. Please let me know if the sound from the game isn't coming through or the sound from my mouth box isn't coming through. I hope both sounds are coming. Oh man, I love Minecraft music. That's good. Wow, that was a menacing thump. That was like a... Good, I'm glad. Oh man, I love Higurashi. Is this Higurashi? Am I playing Digimon Higurashi edition? I would love that. I would actually like totally just... I would mark out if it was just Higurashi. It's not, because there are choices involved, and as far like every time I play Higurashi, it's never been given me any choices. Oh, it's Gabumon. Is that Renamon? Ah, it's Final Fantasy Tactics. Also a game that I enjoyed. It is Final Fantasy Tactics. I know I said Final Fantasy Tactics, but then I realized that the Anode and Cathode Tamers had the exact same battle system. The thing I really don't like about the Wonder games is... Yeah, the sprites look really nice. Yeah, but the thing I don't like about the Wonder games is they all change genre. Every single of the Wonder games, like the Ryo stories, they just change like the gameplay completely. I liked the gameplay in the first one. They didn't keep it for the second one. It became more like a standard, like a Pokemon-esque game in the second one. And yeah, these sprites are really nice. I'm glad that they're not just like the sprites we already had from Hacker's Memory and Cyber Sleuth. The ones with, I think, I'm not sure if they're 100% the same, but I know for memory, Lynx also had similar-ish models to Hacker's Memory and Cyber Sleuth. Just switch the cursor. We're also going to play the game of how bad am I at multitasking, and the answer is very, very bad at multitasking. The free cursor anywhere on the screen, try putting it over the enemy. Oh, a little gremlin thing. Little monster thing. I love how the view is just a phone. I think that's pretty cute. I actually really enjoyed Final Fantasy Tactics, so I can't remember I'm really bad with video game genres, but I like the genre of game where it's this battle style. I like it. I really liked Final Fantasy Tactics. Gabumon makes me happy. That's a really adorable little sprite for Gabumon. Ooh, I really don't like how it just sort of creeps out, like, out of the shadow thing. Also, I just remembered I was meant to be doing this in cosplay, but I got too distracted by setting up OBS. So, whoops, but it is here. It is my Minoru very lazy attempt at cosplay, by which I mean it's just an orange jacket. It's a giant puffer jacket because I couldn't get it in any normal human size, like, well, I got it in normal human, like, not tiny little child that I am. I didn't get it in tiny, I got it in normal human size, not in tiny child size, which I should have. I'm very, very tiny. Yeah, the best cosplay are the lazy ones, or I'm just like, yes, that is me. No wig, just lazy. I wanted to cosplay as Kaito because it means no wig, because I also have, like, blonde with regrowth, but I had a hard time finding that shirt. But yeah, this is huge on me. It's like it's the smallest size they had, and it's giant, so way to make me feel small, random seller on eBay. Oh, that's an adorable Gabumon. Oh no. Oh, that is horrifying. Oh no, I don't like that. Yeah, no, I really don't like that at all. Yeah, this is already terrifying me. Like, that was very, no, I didn't like that at all. That was spooky. The random hands? No, did not care for that. The game case said it was PG, but I feel like I'm lied to. Ah, there's a character I'm cosplaying. Oh no, it's more than just an orange jumper. He's got things on his arms. They're emblems or something. Oh no, cosplay failed. I want her jacket. It's a really nice jacket. I want her jacket too. Like her hoodie. Also, it seems that my settings aren't perfect because I can see every so often it drops like 1 frame. It's not like bad enough that I want to change the settings, but it's bad enough that I'm like, oh, I thought I did the right thing with the settings. Is this guy the purple like grape guy from My Hero Academia? The animation's really nice and really pretty. Ah, it's Joe. I like how Digimon keeps on doing Joe. Like, they do the Joe character. There was a Joe character in Rear Eyes who had a partner, Elecmon, and he was definitely a Joe, and this guy's definitely a Joe. Like, I like how we keep on just doing Joe. I really would like more Digimon protagonists to have reasons to why they're wearing goggles. Like, as far as I remember, I think only V-Tamer Taichi was given a reason why he had goggles, and I wish more of them were given reasons for their goggles. Because how often do you see someone just walking around with goggles on their head if they're not in a swimming pool? Not often. He's such a good boy, look at him. I'm gonna go with him because he's the best boy. I mean, she's cool too. Is that Facebook? Ah, the kids with their book of faces. Oh look, it's Joe. I love him too. I love all the characters so much. Even before the game, like even before it was like, we even got a release date and I saw the characters, I was like, I love all of them so much. I think my #1 favorite thing about Survive, like leading up to it, was the fact that their partner Digimons are not typically ones that you really see as much. I mean, there's Lotmon, who is in every series of Digimon, like Agumon, but the other characters are like more underrated ones, and I'm a big fan of that.
ミノル君は私が上級生ってことも。葵さんも俺が下級生ってこと忘れもっとさ、こうこらーってさ。そんなの私にできるわけがないでしょ。
Hey, Digimon Professor's here. Hello, Digimon Professor. And cool, my alerts work. That makes me happy because I was very concerned that they wouldn't work because it's been so long since I actually streamed. I was like, I've probably messed something up in OBS. That would track for me. I'm constantly changing settings. No, it's not spring, it's winter. It was actually surprisingly warm today. I don't know why. Like I'm feeling warm and I'm wearing this. OBS does sort of like, it crashes by meaning that it doesn't crash, it just decides to not continue on with videos and I don't notice. And then I'm just like, oh, cool. Okay, which do I get? Oh, they're glowing. Different so each color corresponds to the different like path, so it also corresponds to virus, vaccine, and data for which Digimon you get, like, or what evolution your Digimon takes. So I think yellow is Wrath, I would say. Red would be, no, maybe red is, I can't even remember. I know what, there's Harmony, Wrath, and Rage? Maybe? No. I just know, okay, I just know that they glow colours. There we are. Now I think green is Harmony, and I want the Harmony path, but I feel like saying can we take a breather actually would also, I feel like that's what I would honestly say. So I want to go with my gut for this and not look at any evolution lines, but I kind of want to go with my gut, but that might mean I don't get Tyrannomon, and I want Tyrannomon. Yes, the fact that it's out is just kind of like, it feels kind of like, I don't want to be like, you know, oh, you know, over-exaggerating or anything, but it does feel slightly surreal to actually play it, because I had this on pre-order like 4 years ago. I pre-ordered it 4 years ago and I picked it up today. That feels kind of like, yeah, I think surreal is sort of an exaggeration, but it's also probably the best word that I can find to describe it. The fact that, you know, it felt like something that was so far away, and it went from not having a release date a few months ago to, hey, new follower, thank you. And yes, Digimon did survive, which is really cool. However, Bandai has other plans, I guess. Hoping that we get Gilmon, by the way, because the... Oh yeah, I'm absolutely fine with delays too. Like, I was never like, whenever they delayed it, I was just never like unhappy about it. I was like, oh, that's good. Like, I don't want a Digimon game to come out and have it be terrible, because that will only hurt the franchise. But yeah, from what I know, the Gilmon does not come on the physical versions that aren't from Japan currently. What does come with it is this little piece of paper, and even though I've redeemed it, I'm just going to cover up the code. and you can redeem 1,000 points in the Bandai Namco store, and then you can get the promo cards, but they're not up there. So what I think might be happening is they might put Guilmon and the cards for redeeming points with on the store. I don't know, but on the digital one it does just come with it because you get the 1 month edition or something. But yeah, I'm absolutely fine with Survive being delayed like it was, but it was good that it finally got released. And the fact that, I don't know, I feel like just a few months ago it was like, now the QR code's just to the redeeming part, the redeemer code area of the website, so that the QR code's fine. The code itself I already redeemed hours ago, but I still just sort of covered it up for sort of safety, I guess, just in case. Also, I really like Saki, but I feel like she's going to be like the Mimi, and I like Mimi, so I feel like she will also probably be one of my favourite characters. So who can I talk to? Let's see. I can talk to the cherry trees. As far as I've heard, like, it's also digital in the US releases. Like, a few people got their copies early because Amazon just shipped them out a little bit before the release date. I have never played a Fire Emblem game. I really want to play 3 Houses, but I've never played one before. So I do not get that joke or reference. I just know that you can have a husband or a wife in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and that's why I want it, because I would love a husbando. I can't tell who's the Yamato, because he's pretty grumpy, but also Kaito seems like a Yamato. I'm gonna talk to the stream. You can hear streams in the city. Usually it's sewage, but you know. Yeah, I thought the blonde dude was not Matt. But also, like, this Ryo guy. Maybe he's just Ryo. He's from the WonderSwan games, but he's got a different haircut this time, and he put on a different jacket. I love her jacket so much. I need that jacket. Like, it's so nice. Yeah, she's Mimi. I like her. Yeah, it's not a particularly. It's actually more expensive to get physically. Like, usually the digital version is for some reason cheaper, more expensive, but the digital version in this case is cheaper than the physical one. I was so excited, I forgot to price match at EB Games, so I paid like $90 for that. Don't be like me. Price match, please. Because I was walking out saying, I got Digimon Survive, and then I realized, forgot to price match. So that was a silly thing for me to do. So yeah, I usually price match, but and then I was like, I could go back in and be a pain, but like, it's not worth it. So, EB Games got my money. I was just so excited, I had like, no thoughts. Yeah, EB Games always puts it at like the recommended retail price, like the very top of it. But they do price match, so that's why I usually typically go through them. If they didn't price match, I would not be ever going through EB Games, ever, because all of this, unless something's very much on like fantastic sale, which it's not that often, I wouldn't be using their prices. They use the the highest price for everything, but they price match, so it's not typically an issue, except when I forget to price match, and then that's not fun. Though I think they're changing their rules on price matching. For the DMX2, they didn't let me price match any of them, so I think they're making it a little bit stricter, that it has to be like in stock in like a shop in that shopping center. But there were no shops that had it in stock at that shopping center, so they wouldn't price match the Digimon DMX2 with me. But previously it was just like you show them a website and they'll like just honor that. But I think with video games they still honor them. I really like the art style. Like, it's really nice. And the graphics seem pretty good. Not that I typically care about graphics. Like, I'm probably the last person to ever complain about a graphics in a video. Graphics, that's not English. Some graphics, an amount of graphics. Would you like some graphics? No. I'm not one to complain about graphics in video games. I barely even notice if they're bad graphics, but this looks pretty nice. Like, people were asking me, oh, you're playing Arceus, what do you think of the graphics? And I was like, it's a video game. I'm having fun. Yeah, that's the visual novel sort of experience. Which is, like, I prefer video games that give me choices, which this is one that gives me choices. I just get, like, kind of... If I'm playing a traditional visual novel, like Higurashi, which is not any choices, it's just text and text and text and text. Like, at sometimes in Higurashi, it's just a wall of text. It is literally a visual novel. Like, that's what the traditional visual novels are. And then I just get kind of, like, too bored. It's just like, come on. Give me something. Give me some choices. But in terms of Higurashi, whenever I played it, I'd never get particularly far because I'm like, I could be watching the anime with less reading, because it's literally sometimes walls of text. And you can also on Higurashi, on the PC version, you can switch between the original art to the remastered art. And the original art's just like, it's not amazing, and it's very funny, but sometimes it can also knock you out a bit because it kind of takes you out of the scary atmosphere. I really like Higurashi, in case you haven't noticed. Before Atmon, it was my my goal in life to make everybody watch Higurashi, and now it's my goal in life to make everyone watch Atmon. But seriously, if any of y'all haven't watched Higurashi, you should watch Higurashi. Though I haven't seen the new one yet. Maybe I will one day. Higurashi's so good. Beast Gods. Yeah, and then some monsters jumped out of the tree and grabbed some children, and it was quite horrifying. No, it's not like Cyber Sleuth. Different... Like, the thing about Digimon games is they're all... Like, they don't stick to a genre of video game type ever. Like, even ones that are in the same series, like I mentioned at the start of the stream, the WonderSwan Rio games. Like, the first one was like Final Fantasy Tactics, and then the second one was like Pokemon in their gameplay, and it's the same story, it's the same series. So the thing with Digimon games is they never, like stick to a genre, which is definitely good. I prefer that. I like when they're different games each time, because I don't really like. I don't have a preference to what video game genre I'm playing as long as it's a good game. Like, I don't really have a favorite genre. Like, someone will ask me my favorite genre, and I'm just like, not terrible video game? Like, and yeah, they do. Like, they do change their games. Like, the first Digimon World, it was an adventure virtual pet simulator. And then even before that, they had the WonderSwan, the Digimon version WonderSwan, and the Digimon version Sega Saturn. And those were virtual pet games. And then we had Digimon World 2, which I didn't play because we didn't get in Australia, and it was like a dungeon crawler one. And yeah, that's the thing with Pokemon mainline games, is they are all basically the same. I mean, I play each Pokemon game. I have every game on pre-order for Pokemon every time it comes out. I love it. It's the same rubbish each time. I don't care. I love it. But that was the cool thing about playing Project Arceus, and it was different. It was something completely new to Pokemon, and I loved it. It was just, Arceus is so good. Like, it was definitely my favorite Pokemon game ever, and I'm still looking forward to Violet coming out in a few months. But that more or less just looks like the same sort of formula of all the other Pokemon games. But again, Pokemon do have the spin-off series like Mystery Dungeon and Pokken, Unite, Pokemon Go. They have like their spin-offs at least, but their main game, they don't really change their the gameplay or the mechanics. They're just sort of more or less the same with new features, I guess. Yeah, it means that if somebody's not a fan of... Look, this isn't... There's another genre of game that this is more like, and this is a point-and-click adventure game, which was exceptionally popular in the 90s. They had, like... they're all, like, live-action ones, too. And I had the PlayStation 1 X-Files point-and-click adventure game. It's good, but it's on, like, 10 discs. And I couldn't finish it because, like, disc 7 was broken. So that was kind of not fun. And yeah, Arceus did feel like it was like a testing ground of that. But yeah, this game, this isn't a visual novel, I would even say. This is a point-and-click adventure game. Now I think about it. Like, as I mentioned before, visual novels are I'm again terrible with multitasking. Cannot pay attention to voice, and also old sign. Well then, do a crayon rubbing then, dingus. Oh. I can't actually see the bottom, so I don't know what my buttons are. Yeah, the old games that are on, like, multiple discs always are funny to me. Like, that's something that I guess the youths will never know, like, they'll never understand when you're playing a video game and then you have to, like, get up and put disc 3 of 7 in the machine. It's just funny. And, like, I mean, like, didn't Titanic also come out on, like, 2? I have no idea how to get back. By the way, I'm just... Okay, we'll turn around, but I also apparently don't know how to do that. Oh, I have to talk to the police officer again. I'm really glad it gives me that little exclamation mark. But, yeah, I just... With the Digimon games always being different, don't talk out of your ass or you'll regret it. Okay, that's aggressive. But, yeah, I guess it might be hard for people who don't particularly like a certain... genre of video game or gameplay or mechanics. I'm just easy with everything. I love that hat and that bag. That is really precious. Who's that girl? Who's that girl? I cannot hear the words, or read the words in this case, I guess. Who's that girl? Without thinking of New Girl. Because I watched all of it in a very short amount of time, and it ate my brain, I guess. That was a surprisingly funny show. But also, I like everything, so... I love this little gremlin. I love her hoodie, I love her little hat, I love her bag. Who is this gremlin? I love her. Yeah, please say more. You are my precious daughter and I'll protect you. I also love Saki. I love all these characters. Xenoblade is another game series that I've never played. The only thing I know from Xenoblade is Shulk, because he was in Smash Brothers, and he goes, "I'm really feeling it," and I really vibe with that. I too am feeling things. I've been known to feel things on occasion, but I've never played. Are they good? Are they, like, I mean, that's a silly question. There's 3 of them, and I've heard that they're popular, but are they good? Like, I don't even know what the gameplay's like. I know there's like a red sword blade thing. Is that the Xenoblade? It's red, it's got some blue. There's a character called Shulk in it. That's my extent of knowledge. And that the 3rd one came out today. Yeah, I like, as I said, I like every game. Like, I will find everything enjoyable. She should have said dude with the tood. That would have been so much better. Okie dokie, thank you for stopping by. And I will have fun. I'm already having fun because it's Digimon, and as I mentioned numerous times, I'm very easily amused by Digimon. Yeah, Miu's great. She's adorable, little gremlin child. Like, before playing this, people like, it's who do I pick? I will, in what case? Like, as my favorite character, or as what? Or do I get? Okay, it's not giving me any of the colors to signify what path, so maybe this doesn't matter. I didn't want to have affinity with her though. I wanted affinity with Minoru. I just didn't want them to fight or anything. That's not very nice, Saki. That's not very nice, Saki. I want to play like all the paths in this eventually, but that's a lot of hours. But also, I can't be mean in video games. It's really weird. Like, but what if these fictional characters who don't exist and only exist in this video game, and that there are choices that are negative that that are programmed in that I'm meant to choose? What if they don't like me? Like, I cannot be mean in video games. I just want everyone to get along and to not get in trouble and to be nice to one another, and I want to be nice to them. I cannot do any of the... Like, I played Mass Effect, and I could not do any of the... forgot what was the bad parts. I forgot Renegade or something? Gatorade? I don't know. But I couldn't do any of those. I just can't be mean. I can only be a good boy in my video games. But that'll have to change, because I really do want to play all the paths in this. Oh, I love Spirited Away. Oh, he just appeared out of nowhere. I don't know why that was a jump scare. Like, whoop!
まさか心霊スポット的なあれだ。やめてってば。そんなことより。サキさんたち。おーい。あ、誰か来。
Oh, it's the Joe.
ダメじゃないか。みんなとはぐれてしまって。すんません。でも、サキとリョウがこの先に行ったみ。
Excuse me, that was funny. Why does he look like he's got upside down glasses? I just saw my face in the webcam and I was like, jeez, I got old. That's warm. I'm gonna take off the Minoru jacket and reveal my super cool Digimon shirt from underneath. He looks so happy. Ah, it's the Yamato.
俺はここら辺に住んでるもので。
妹さんは？
ああ、あいついつもフラフラと妹はなんていうか。
そんな女の子見なかったな。サキたちと一緒にいたミユってことは。
ミユ？今ミユって言ったか。おお。
ミユちゃんってあの子よね。猫耳みたいな。
ああ、そうだ。あったのか。俺たちが見た子はもっと頭のおかしい子だったよな。
ちょっとミノルくん。いやでもあれを人見知りとか守ってあげたいとかは違うだろ
う。お前らの評価なんてどうでもいい。それで
ごめんなさい。俺たちと一緒にキャンプに来てるやつと、それで俺たちはそいつらを連れ帰りに向かう。
そうか。またあいつがあそこには入っちゃいけないって言われてた。俺はカイト。よかったら君たちと同行。
目的は一緒のようだしな。いいぜ。
ここで生まれ育ったわけじゃないにせよ、もうその神社の場所なら知っている。
俺はミノル。そんでこっちがタクマで、こっちが葵さん。僕は引率の修二。
なあ、みんな。
決まってるだろ。今が春
ならさ、北国でもないこの場所で。
何を言って。本当だわ。雪。
季節外れのなんていうにはちょっと。
どうし。
こっちじゃ。
This Digimon adventure.
地元。
最近あちこちでそんなニュースを見かけるよな。おい。このままここにいては危険だ。
Yeah, that's why I think it's like a point and click adventure. Because you point, you click, and then you read text.
それもそうだな。
I mean, I don't even know if they still make point and click adventures. Like, I know they were very, very popular in the 90s and I don't think even in the early 2000s. I think they were just a 90s thing. I think everyone just sort of decided they were lame or something. I liked them, but I like everything. Oh no, I changed my model. I didn't pay attention to the colors.
俺がこっちに来てから長いこと人の手が入らなかった。あいつらミュウのやつが一緒だったなら暗くて足元も悪い。
Sort of. The very, very start of the game had like a tutorial battle. Oh, that's horrifying. But in terms of like the character hasn't met a Digimon yet. It was just like in a prologue, like sort of thing.
いきなり大声出すな。ごめん。
これは
こんなところ。そういえばさっきあそこには入っちゃいけないって。
ああ、この村じゃたたりがあると。
何？うわ、やばいな。
3人危ないんじゃないか。
そうだね。急ぐ。あれ、吹雪は？そんなに長いトンネルじゃないのに。ラッキー。すっごい。というより。
And we have these very cursed looking flowers hanging out.
それにこの花なんかすごくない？なんだっけ？これってそうだそうだ、それだ。でも彼岸花。そう、秋に咲く。一体どういうこと？
It is a very suspicious looking forest, I will give him that. This music is great. It is so, like, creepily creepy. Like, it's ominous. It's like this got this ominous atmosphere. I'm a big fan of that.
Oi, 急ごう。そうだ。
この辺りにサキたちはいないよ。こんな森の中に神社。
This is so creepy.
まさか。むし。
おかしいわね。サキさんたち。
さっき人影は見えたんだけどな。
ちょっとこの辺りみんなで探してみようか。
見た目は。なんか
Minori's the
すごい
best.
雰囲気。やっぱあれだぜ。
邪神かどうかが
なんだろう、動物？
ちょっと判別がつかないけど。
おお、なんだこれ。狛犬？こら、ミノルくん。
Minori's having the best day ever.
でも
I'd probably also taking photos. Like, this is pretty cool. Okay, I'm getting color choices. So this one is the I think yellow is harmony, but I'd probably do that anyway. I'd be like, let's take more in other places.
なあ、ミノル。
Wrathfulness
こっちも
changed.
変なのがあるぞ。
That is
どれどれ。
daunting, I guess.
ほっとけ。
Maybe green was harmony then. I can't remember.
ほら、さっさと行くぞ。あ、ごめん。すごいな。
変わったご神体なんてそりゃ日本中にあるけど、あと割とポピュラーなので。そういう話はやめないか。
もうそれにしてもここって
伝承？さっき話した通り、ここには足を踏み入れるなって。ただ地元ではここじゃ神隠しが起きるなんて話。
そうなの？
Spirited Away. It is Spirited Away and also Higurashi. Oh, that was horrifying, always.
なんだ今の音。聞いたこと。
風で木か何かがきしんだ音だろ。
みんな。
I don't know why they're not weirded out by the snow more than they are. Like, I'd be like very weirded out by the snow. Yeah, not too bad. How about yourself? I'm laughing to death. And thank you for the follow. Yeah, Khan got a day early, I think he was saying. I saw on his Twitter. So he was streaming it, like, I guess, very early this morning, my time. from memory. Yeah, I literally just started playing. Even though it's like 7:30 p.m. here, I picked it up on my lunch break, but I didn't get to play it until just now, and I wanted to save it to stream. I didn't want to play it on, like, on my lunch break or anything. I hope Samantha's PS4 doesn't explode. I was so, like, I had, like, anxiety dreams last night. Like, one of them was, like, I got an SMS from EB Games saying that they weren't going to, have it released today. Like, they said they were gonna not have it until, like, September. And, like, there were more, like, I kept on waking up because my dog was being weird. He kept on, jumping off the bed and then scratching to be let back up on the bed. So I kind of had multiple random dreams, and it happened multiple times where I had, like, I was, like, dreaming that I checked my phone and I got an SMS from EB Games saying things like that. I hope it doesn't explode my Switch. I'll be very sad. Yeah, I've had this pre-order I've had for 4 years. Like, I'd cry. I'd be like, no, EB Games, why? Oh yeah, I heard about the crashing on the PC version. It just crashes after the prologue. And yeah, I heard that you can, like, if you reinstall some codecs, you can fix it. I tweeted about it earlier. I've already spoken to Kaito. Why'd I click on that? Wow, the music went from, like, creepy to, I guess, so hopeful? It's weird. Yes, I did. Here's here. He was, he just got him today. He was in the PO box, and he's still in bubble wrap, so he's a lot bigger than I expected. I have no idea where he's gonna live. Somewhere, I hope. Somewhere away from my puppy, who wakes up and chooses destruction every morning. Oh, in the game. Oh, I thought you meant, because I was talking about, like, my interactive Guilmon. I feel silly. In the game, I don't know. No, it is like an interactive figure. The Guilmon, the Guilmon DLC is kind of weird. It definitely comes on the digital version, and it comes in the physical version in Japan, but as far as I've seen, the physical version outside of Japan doesn't have it. I was mentioning at the start of the stream that I'm kind of thinking that it might be on the Bandai Namco store to redeem it, because that's where the promo cards are going to be. They're not at the moment, but I got an insert in the Digimon Survive box, which I'll just bring it out again. And I redeemed it, but I'll cover up the code. It says you can redeem this for 1,000 points, and you can get the promo cards. So kind of like the My Nintendo rewards. So those aren't up at the moment when I checked. So I'm wondering if Guilmon will also be there, because the Hacker's Memory DLC was available on the Bandai Namco store. So yeah, it's a weird thing with Guilmon, the non-interactive version, which my brain is just thinking about him now. My camera can sometimes reveal things. Try using it now. Oh, I just pressed the wrong button. I need to, like, make the view bigger because I couldn't see the button it was telling me to press. I like this feature. This is cool. Oh, there's a distortion. But I've also heard that, like, you don't get Gilmon until after Chapter 2 anyway. I'm really glad this game was delayed. It seems polished, except for the PC after Prologue crashing issue. But in terms of, like, the game that I'm playing, it does feel polished. It feels like it feels good. I'm glad that they didn't release it before it was ready. Because that would also not feel so good if they released a Digimon game and it wasn't good. I'd still play it, I'd still like it. Like, the detail and graphics also seems pretty good.
なあ、これが何か知ってる？
いや、こんなものがあるの神社のすぐ裏だし、いくら金属地とおかしくないはずだが。言うやつ、もしかして。いくらなんでもこんな。いや、あいつのことだ。きっとこの中に入ったんだろう。
Yeah, like, absolutely. Stable is way better than Buggy. Like, like, each time they announced, like, or they didn't announce it, they didn't even say a release date, they just said, hey, Survive, still coming, not cancelled, don't have a release date yet. I was like, cool, take your time, main. Main? That's not even a word. I was meant to say mate, and then I went man, so I just became main. I'm not very good at English, the English language. It is my first language, but I'm bad at it. Let's split up and look for clues. Yeah, I don't want him to go alone. He's got a rat's tail and I don't like that. He would look much better with a mullet. I should get a mullet. I don't know when the mullet came back in fashion, by the way. It just happened overnight. If there was just one day there was no mullets. We had the mullets, but they were back in the 80s where they belonged. And now the mullets are back. I'm not sure if they're back in the rest of the world, but they're back in Australia, and it was very sudden, and like, I thought that it would be over in a few months, but no, more people got mullets. So mullets are exceptionally in at the moment. I hated it, but some people actually look really good with a mullet. There are some terrible mullets. There are some, like, just get rid of it, just remove the mullet. But some people can pull off a mullet. It's like, oh yeah, mullets are, the hair fashion that everyone had in the 80s, if you had a dad in Australia, yeah, Growlmon does have a mullet, and I do kind of wish I looked more like Growlmon. He is body goals for me. He's got a cool mullet. It's kind of just like if you had like a mohawk, but it was flatter and it just went down your neck and back instead. Like, it was, like, imagine long hair, but only in the middle part. Yeah, Dino Digimon are all, like, they're all tank. Like, they're just, like, these muscular dudes. Like, I feel like we should all aspire to look more like Dino Digimon. They're just so, like, or like the Leomon figure I have behind me. Or Mervamon, yeah, Mervamon's good too. Yeah, all Leomon. The figure there, but also, I'm pretty sure he's got, like, I don't know, his nipples are bigger than, like, his hands. He's got the world's biggest nipples. He's got, like, the Mentos ad from, like, 15 years ago, which I think about every day. Oh yeah, the Kinkakumon and also the Kinkakumon's bloke friend, like, they're all just, the Digimon TCG card set that had Kinkakumon was just full of, like, just gorgeous humanoid Digimon. Stupid sexy Leomon. What's this shrine? Find the others. Yeah, I want to find the others. That was my favourite thing in Cross Wars. The relationship between Beelzemon and Minervamon was the best thing in Cross Wars for me. Other than Sparrowmon, other than the music, that's my only Digimon ship, really. I don't really ship in Digimon because it feels kind of, I guess as I'm getting older, it feels weirder to ship children, basically. But Beelzemon and Minervamon, because I guess they're adults, I was just like, yep, those two, let's ship them. And I've just shipped them. They're like my OTP, if you will. Like, they were just... Also Bielsamon, also body goals, like, well done, dude. Also, this guy's got, like, some hot dad energy. Like, he is just... Like, look at that facial hair, he is rugged, I love him. And also, Angel Woman and Lady Devimon, that is also more or less canon, and they also make another Digimon, which is what, like, that's relationship goals. You should always make another Digimon with yourself, with your partner, I guess. OTP, wow, y'all making me feel old with my, what's a mullet, what's an OTP? OTP stands for one true pairing. It is like your main ship, I guess, like, I don't know why my example just aged me even more, but I was gonna say, like, oh, you know, like Mulder and Scully, like, I don't know why that's just... Yeah, Mulder and Scully, that was a lot of people's OTP for a long time. It's your one true pairing, it's your main, like, your main pairing, your favorite pairing, I guess. I'm just gonna age myself. I'm just continuously aging myself in this stream. But yeah, like, are mullets back in the rest of the world, or is it just Australia? Is anyone from outside of Australia in this stream? Because, like, is the Digital Hazard still awake? And I think I'm laughing to death you mentioned not being Australian. I need, like, some intel. Are the mullets back in non-Australia? Because at this point I'm starting to worry for, like, the hair. Because some people do not look good, like, with the mullets. Like, but some people look good with the mullets. And I'm glad there's not just Australia that has the mullets now. Good. It's spreading. But yeah, it's like one of those things, like, undercuts don't look good on everyone, shaved heads don't look good on everyone, certain facial hair, I guess, also doesn't look good on everyone. You'll definitely have to tell me what they're called, because I want to look it up. I want to see some good mullets, because I would like a mullet, but I have to convince some people on, like, me getting a mullet, because if I say I'm getting a mullet, they'll be like, you shouldn't though, and I'll be like, but I want a mullet, I want a mullet. My hair actually, like, unintentionally has started mulleting though, like, not like this is the start of a mullet going on there. All I have to do is just get this part shortened at the front, and then I'm in mullet territory. But if I did get a mullet, I would worry that I look too much like my dad in the 80s. I've not heard of them before, but I'll definitely have to look them up after this stream. Because I do like some mullets that look good. I think I googled some mullets the other day, and they did look a lot like the like an undercut but mullet, which feels like it'd be a good cross. Like, I feel like that's the style I'd go for. I don't trust this guy, this professor guy, by the way. I just I love Digimon Savers, but I can't remember the character's name. But the professor in Digimon Savers, undercut butt. Like he's hot, but I don't trust him. Oh yeah, these got translated earlier. It's in Japanese digicode, and it reads like, it's completely left my mind. It was like something like, sometimes the god of the beasts, causes disasters, and that makes the humans fear them, or something. And then there's another one about the power that the monsters have. No, it doesn't say Agumon, but I'll take your word for it. Get memed on. Yeah, that'd be funny. Imagine if you just say Agumon, 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 Agumon. Oh, that's horrifying. What are some Digimon designs? I'm not creative, so my designs would just be different kinds of dogs. The dragon on the right looks like the holy beast that is all of them. Hanglongmon? I think it's called. Like, it's like the combination between the 4 holy beasts. They join to make this, like, gold dragon thing. I think it looks like that. But it could be literally anything. But yeah, the Digimon designs. I think we need more goat Digimon, because I like goats. I also like lots of different dog species. I feel like we should get more dog Digimon. I go to like dog shows, and there was a dog at the show, and I've never seen this breed in my entire life, but I'm like 100% sure it was. Yep, that looks like Fanglongmon. But yeah, there was this breed of dog. It is called I think it was like a Bedlington Terrier, and it was just a Pokemon. There are dogs, and then they have to do like a special show coat for the dog, and the show coat made it just look like a Pokemon. And it was just a dog I've never seen before, and very cute. I just like going for dog shows to see the different breeds of dogs, because you see dogs that you don't see. That's Seedramon, that's Meramon, that's Birdramon, I think. Don't know what they are down the bottom, people. That is a good question. How is there not a platypus Digimon? The character in itself looks like a wacky monster. Oh yeah, there is Bakemon and Kuwagamon. I used to love bandicoots. Like, I feel like Australian animals could all make fairly good Digimon. Like, I want a Quokka Digimon. They're cute little guys. Or a Bandicoot Digimon, or a... what's the other one? It's not... starts with P, I think? I don't know. I thought it was just a normal Seedramon. Oh, also, I have Potteroo. Yep, that's it. Also, they're just characters from Crash Bandicoot. And Dingo Dial, but that's not a real animal. Oh, Miu's definitely seen something terrifying. I really do like this dark kind of how Digimon's gone kind of dark in the last year or so. Like, it's, I mean, it's not like dark, it's not like, you know, adult level of horror, but it's definitely yeah, I want a Kookaburra Digimon. Oh, Cockatoo. I want a Cockatoo Digimon. They are my best friend. I love cockatoos so much. But yeah, I like that Digimon has gone kind of into a darker area. It's still a kid's franchise, but it's got like darker aspects to it, but still like kid-friendly horror, which I like. I like kid-friendly horror. And baby. Yeah, crocodiles are cool. I like crocodiles. Ah, Gotsumon! I love Gotsumon. I'm loving Ghost Game, by the way, because that is a good good levels of child horror. But I also just love horror movies. Next episode of Ghost Game seems to be a horror movie that I've just seen recently, which is have any of y'all seen the horror movie Descent or The Descent? It is very scary. I loved it. I love horror. My favorite horror movie is Event Horizon. It scares me so much every time, but I love it. I love horror so much. Space horror is my favorite though. See, I am, but I like not being terrified. And Ghost Game's a good level of like, it's horror, but it's like, it's horror that I can go to the bathroom by myself at night with. That's a really cool looking Gotsumon. There was only one moment in Ghost Game that I felt was just like a little bit too much. And it was the Ajataramon episode. Well, I won't spoil it, but it was a little bit a lot. Yeah, I love Saki. But I also love Minoru. Oh, that's horrifying. I love it. I love the horrifying noises it's making. I'm just standing there. It's standing there menacingly. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm really happy about like the fact that nobody spoiled this game. I'm gonna get closer and talk to it. But yeah, everyone in the like on Twitter and everything, I was kind of worried that it'd be spoiled, but everyone's been pretty good with spoilers, so that's good. And obviously there's the official Bandai accounts and everything are saying not to stream or upload anything after Chapter 5, which is good. I'm glad that they've said that. It also makes me like, ooh, what happens after Chapter 5? But this is pretty good. Yeah, I was also concerned about spoilers too, because I knew that I wouldn't be able to play it until after work, and everyone was getting it a few days early. But everyone's been really good with the spoilers. Like very good. Like in the first day, there were some people uploading like screenshots of the first little bit, but nothing like nothing that's too spoilery. But after after the first day, when Bandai came out and said, hey, try not to spoil as much as you can and don't stream after Chapter 5, everyone definitely listened, which is good. Yeah, this does seem a lot more, this is on, I'm playing this on Nintendo Switch. Because I've had it on pre-order for 4 years. But yeah, at the moment I only have it on Switch. I'd be interested to see what the modding scene would be like for the PC version. What's for dinner, Orderly Summit? Anything good? Send some down here. I'm hungry. Oh, please don't turn the right way and have like your face doing something, I don't know. I thought I've watched too many horror movies because I thought that Shuji was going to turn around and just have his face gone. Oh, chicken schnitzel sounds good. I eat a lot of chicken. We finally get a back spray. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, you are absolutely right about how they have these statics kind of images, but it seems so lively. And yeah, I originally like had the PS4 version pre-ordered as well, but I decided to just keep just with the Switch version on the basis that I like the Switch. I like that I can kind of do everything. Like, I can play it like on the TV, or I can play it upstairs in bed. I can play it like if someone's using the TV, I can play it. It's just really cool. State fairs are something that like I look at, like it's kind of weird, but like there are all these videos of state fairs in the US, and like the food looks so good, and I'm just sitting here like we have like things like state fairs, but this, I don't think the street food game is as good in Australia. And yeah, it's just the states in Australia are huge. Is Melbourne had one recently that we went to a few years ago in its first year. It was called a Firelight Festival, but it's too cold at night. I don't want to go outside. I've got Raynaud's. I'll die. Oh, he fell down a hole. Yeah, I love this sort of... The animation here looks like, almost like it's a comic book, but I mean, it fits the visual novel / point and click adventure kind of theming. I'm about 80% sure I'm going insane. Like, I can, for the past, like, since I got home an hour and a half ago, I've heard, like, the tune of Happy Birthday to You playing over and over and over again. My neighbors have kids, so I think they might just be playing, like, some toy that keeps on playing with it, but I think I might be going insane. I'm gonna have to ask someone else if they can hear it, because it's just... I'm going insane. But it's all I can hear whenever the sound goes quiet, or if I take these off. And I don't know how it's so loud. And yeah, this music is incredible too. And yeah, the fact that we're using like FMV looking things, it is just a point and click adventure from the 90s. So happy to see Floramon. I bet there's going to be a song with lyrics at the end. Yeah, I'm going to cry. This is beautiful soundtrack. If there's any emotions going on there, I'm going to cry. I'm going to bawl. It's so peaceful and nice. And yeah, it's like, you know, in a slice of life, like, you know, Clannad or something, when they play the beautiful melody at the end, I'm just like, big baby tears time. Yeah, I'm really glad that Kunemon's getting some love. I'm glad that Floramon's getting some love. I don't trust this professor guy. I don't trust him at all. And yeah, it is haunting, kind of melancholy, absolutely. But yeah, I love the choices of Digimon that they've gone with. These kids are 100% dead ghosts. Like, I don't trust these kids. I don't trust these kids. I don't trust that man. I don't trust these characters. Yeah, don't trust the kids. And you can quote me on that. They're dead kids. They're horrifying. No. They're like the twins from The Shining. I'm still hearing the happy birthday. And it's like a MIDI version too of Happy Birthday. Yeah, as opposed to live. That is a good point. Dead ghosts as opposed to live ghosts. Yeah. I can't defend myself there. Like Bakemon. He's a dead-ish... is he a ghost? Because he evolves into not ghost, but he can also evolve into other ghosts. Like Phantomon, who is probably one of my favourite Digimon in Digimon Adventure because of a dumb dub line. I love the English dub. Like, are we as a fandom done with pretending that the English dub is bad? Like, can we be done with that? Because the English dub is incredible. Have you seen the other dubs of Digimon? Have you seen the Filipino English dub? Have you seen the Finnish dub? The English dub is a masterpiece. I will fight anybody on that. Like, oh, it's just a bird. A really big bird. I love Phantomon so much in the English dub. And this is Tuskmon. Being careful of his razor sharp horns is no easy task. I love him so much every time. It just gets me. Like, yeah, the music is typically better in the non-English dub version, but also like the opening to Frontier, when they removed the lyrics and they put it in Revenge of Diaboromon and the two Tamers movies, but they obviously removed the lyrics because they didn't want it to be Frontier related, but they only had rights to the Frontier music, is the best soundtrack in all of Digimon. It's really good. I love Revenge of Diaboromon. But yeah, I would like Tyrannomon, because I really like Tyrannomon. I've seen that Tuskmon's also an option, and that's just from like promotional material that Bandai's put out, so that's not a spoiler or anything. But I wouldn't be mad if I got Tuskmon, but I think I prefer Tyrannomon. I'm going to try to play it like, I'm just going to go with my gut with all the choices. I know that you can see the colours for what path they have, but I want to try to go with what I would choose just naturally. I keep on also forgetting what colours mean what. I think that red is red is morality, maybe. I don't know. The Digimon minifigs are so good. I need more Digimon minifigs. I collect them now, which is not a good idea because some of them are quite hard to come by, but I love them. They're so good. And also, the Digimon minifigs are something that the outside of Japan releases got, but Japan only got like a few of them. That would be the Filipino-English version. A lot of the Filipino-English version is on YouTube, but that's of adventure. I'm gonna carefully move closer, because I don't want to die particularly. The grass is moving, that means there's a Pokemon in it. I know this. I've played Pokemon. Yeah, the Arabic dub, is that the one that they had to like censor it so it wasn't evolution, so they had like they were like, oh, I'm calling my cousin Greymon. Like, is that the Arabic dub? Because that is am I gonna get the Monster Rancher Kaiju spin-off? Oh yeah, I saw pics of that. Maybe, it looks kind of fun. But is that the Arabic dub that I'm thinking of, where they just like, Agumon calling my cousin? Yeah, Big Brother, there we are. So that's funny. Recently people have discovered the French dub of Digimon, which for some reason Gabumon keeps on laughing. Whenever he does something, he's just like, Blue Blaster, and Gabumon Digivolve to Garurumon, like, it's the funniest thing. Like, I love the ways that different dubs did Digimon. Obviously the Finnish dub is, I think it's called like the something racing studio or something, is like they didn't put any effort into their voice acting at all. Like, they'll be falling off a cliff and going, it's funny. I love learning about other dubs. Oh yeah, and of course the Brazilian version, everyone's favorite, which is, yeah, they had the child's television show presenter dancing and in people in cosplay. Like, I love that. That's pretty extra. Doo-doo. This music is creepy. Interact. Yeah, I wish there'd be like a... I keep on clicking on that area, there's nothing there. Yeah, a Digimon, like, AG game would be really cool. And VR, I really think that if they did Digimon World 2003, I would really want that to be like the game that you play in Digimon World 2003, which is like this kind of VR game. But also, I love Digimon World 2003. Yeah, it would have to be a huge budget, which Bandai would probably not put on. They don't seem to care too much about Digimon. And also, thanks for stopping by, Adam. Have a good day, night, morning, whatever time you're in. I think I've investigated all, like, the glitchy spots. Oh, cool, I can just navigate. That makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I have investigated all of them. Unless I haven't. Am I a silly sausage who's missed something? Oh, there is something cool. I found it. Oh, it's Koromon. I mean, hopefully Digimon Survive does well enough that Bandai starts to put more money into Digimon. Like, that'd be cool. That Koromon's adorable. Ah, back sprite. Oh, I think I already clicked on that one, didn't I? Yeah. And yeah, I think it is fairly... it's still fairly niche. I saw a couple of Digimon Survive tweets on Twitter, and reading through some of the comments was kind of sad. Like, some of them were just like, oh, there's still Digimon games? Or, oh, how did I only just hear about this now? Like, some people hadn't even heard about Digimon Survive. Like, that's kind of sad. And a few people even, I saw replying to some of my tweets were like, what, Digimon's back? Like, Digimon never left. Digimon has been basically getting, like, stronger and stronger since maybe 2015, but it never really left. Like, we've had we've had games. And yeah, like, Pokemon is still, like, the bigger one, but Pokemon hasn't... I love Pokemon, but it hasn't changed much. The anime is more or less the same. The games are more or less the same, except for Arceus, which I was a big fan of. Like, but I guess, like, Pokemon doesn't have to try to be different. It's just Pokemon, it's selling well. Digimon has always tried to reinvent itself, and as I mentioned earlier in the stream, like, Digimon changes all the time. All the video games, they're more or less different genres and different mechanics each time. They do something different. The anime always has a different gimmick, a different kind of cast of characters, except for when they keep on bringing Taichi back for some reason. It's trying to be different. And that's not, you know, that's not a slight against Pokemon or anything. Like, I really enjoy Pokemon, but I think it's harder for a franchise to exist and to reinvent itself constantly, and also keep like a bigger following. Like, it becomes very niche if it's constantly reinventing itself, constantly changing itself, constantly like trying to be everything. Like, Digimon's trying to be the electronic virtual pets, it's trying to be video games, it's trying to be anime, it's trying to be a card game, but it's also changing those, like, what each of those things is every few years. Like, it's constantly different. Pokemon has always been like, you know, it's the same card game. The video games are the same. The anime is still, like, it's the same characters. And yeah, that's also true. Digimon is trying to appeal to new people as well as the older fans. I am of the opinion that I think that Digimon is better when it's not trying to appeal to us 30-year-old weirdos who still watch Digimon. I really enjoyed Atmon, for example. Atmon is my favourite series of Digimon. Ghost Game could probably overtake that, but it hasn't finished yet. But at the moment, as it stands, Atmon is my favourite. But that was aimed at a new audience. It was meant to reinvent, be something different. It was aimed at new kids, not the adults. But on the other hand, what came out at the same time as Atmon was Digimon Adventure Tri, which was absolutely aimed at people who were now adults who grew up watching Digimon. And I didn't enjoy it as much. I felt like Digimon is better when it's not trying to appeal to the older fans. And yeah, Pokemon does try to appeal to old fans, but it's by not changing everything. Like, it is appealing to old fans by still being the same. Digimon tries to appeal to old fans by including characters or aspects that are nostalgic, or just redoing Adventure, I guess, but in a new kind of way. So yeah, Digimon tries to definitely have its cake and eat it too. It's trying to be reinventing itself. It's trying to be something different and new, but it is trying to still keep those older fans by appealing to like bits of nostalgia for them. But when they try to like reinvent themselves, but for kids, it's more enjoyable for me. But also, it's kind of hard because if it keeps on reinventing itself, it's not going to really keep a bigger following. It changes too much. It looks different every time. Pokemon, you look at Ash, you can always say, that's Ash, that's Pikachu. With Digimon, if you look at the cast, typically, unless there's an Agumon there, if you don't know it's Digimon. It could be Yokai Watch, it could be any of the other similar sort of franchises. But yeah, I like Digimon and I like Pokemon, but they're definitely being handled extremely differently. Because they're different franchises. But also, having said that, if Digimon was continuously... Hey look, we're back to battle. It's only an hour and 40 minutes in, we're going back to battle for the first time since the prologue. No, I didn't get the little merchandise package. Bandai doesn't know I exist as much. I don't get the package of the cool bag and the bento box. I would love that, by the way. It looks very cool, but no, they did not send it to me, which is a shame. And yeah, it is nice that Digimon does try to explore more adult topics. And I don't mind that. Like, it is nice that it's trying to be something that's deeper. Oh no, that was a bad idea. Koromon. Oh, Koromon. Koromon. Yeah, I love the detail in the models. It's like, they're not overly detailed, but it's really, really pleasant and nice. I've got to protect my little ball. Aww.
せめてお前だけでもそんなタクマを置いて逃げるだからそれはお互い様だってあそっか
Definitely Palmon. Like, without like a... Like, I love Palmon so much. Palmon is my best friend. I love her. I have, like, my oldest Digimon plush toy is a Palmon. Actually, all of my older ones are Palmons. I don't know why, as a kid, I liked Palmon so much. I didn't like anything that was girly when I was a kid. I hated the color pink. So I don't know how I managed to say Mimi is my favorite character when I was a kid who hated anything that was feminine or girly or pink. But now I don't care. Now pink's fine. Pink's just a color. But when I was a kid, I was like, you know, edgy, like, oh, pink is girly, don't like girly stuff, no. But I don't know how Mimi turned out to be my favorite when I was a kid, when I was like that. Palmon, also my favorite, but yeah, just little plant friend, so pleasant. Like, I have like a bunch of Palmon stuff just like sitting to the side of my desk. Like, I've got the character watch, and I have the Palmon version of it sitting there. I have the bath bomb thing that came out, little green Palmon one. I have a bunch of Togemon and Palmon figures hanging out there. I have like, I know I'm missing the evolution, but I have like this CD. I love Palmon very much. She's my favorite. I would definitely die for her. Yeah, Mushroomon needs a bit more love too. And Goblinmon. Okay, lose condition. Agumon dies. That's... I'm not gonna like any death involved in or any of this game. I'm gonna be really sad. Start bat. Okay, I have my bat. I will start. But yeah, I don't want anyone to die in this game. I will cry. It's Digimon Nuzlocke edition. Yeah, I'm so scared of any character dying, like... Was I meant to, like, not... Was I meant to not end the turn? Because it didn't give me any other options except for end my turn. The graphics are really nice. Ah, yes, I get that now. Yeah, me too. The sounds are good. Oh no. Oops. The sounds are really good, the graphics are good, the sounds are good. Like, I love Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, but I think I might enjoy this game more. I also feel like there'll be less grinding in this game than there was in Hacker's Memory, which is good. Big fan of the non-grinding. Oh, that's cool. I love the little icon of Agumon. It looks really cute. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, he's adorable.
なんて無茶なことをするんだと思ったけど。
たくま違うよ。今の僕はアグモンだよ。
Agumon.
もん？
うん。ホロモンだったけど、今はアグモン。
Oh, he's so cute.
よくわからないな。まずはお礼を言うよ。
お礼を言い危ないところで助けてくれたのも。
Yeah, Takuma as an ally. He's like, okay, this is the name now, I will use that name. Yeah, forward facing a lot of Digimon is cursed. Reminded of Zubamon from Ghost Game, who is forward facing, and I hate him. Like, I don't like forward facing Digimon a lot of the time. Yeah, I mean, Agumon looks cute. I think he's fine. Forward-facing Simpsons, or what's that cartoon with the kids with the big head who always get in trouble, and their sister's like, "Mom, they're doing inventions in the garden or something." I didn't watch it. I think it came out when I was too old for cartoons, but they also have very cursed forward-facing looks. Yep, that one. Phineas and Ferb. They have like triangle heads, and when they look straight on, they look like the rat teacher from Arthur.
とにかく一度校舎に戻らないとな。でもこんな見知らぬ土地で。そりゃ好き好んで入るわけない。またあの変なのに襲われたらひとたまりもないしな。
I like how happy Agumon looks here.
なあ、アグモン。さっきあれ、お前の仲間なのか？
仲間？あんな突然襲いかかってくるようなやつ。
Bum rushes.
いや、ダチとか連れとか。
第一、僕はあいつらみたいに子供を襲ったりなんてしない。
いや、同じようなタイプの生き物なの。ひょっとしてあの岩みたい。いっ
ぱいいるぞ。
I love this Agumon.
硬いやつ。もちろんいいやつもいるし。
I love his voice.
いっぱいか。ちょっと。
That voice, probably like that's probably my best attempt. I'm very bad at impressions. I'm very bad at accents. Like, Daiichi, onaka ga suita. That's my best attempt, but it also went a little bit Growlmon there. Oh, Dub Agumon. Oh, Tai. Sounds like Mickey Mouse. No, the answer was no. Oh, Tai! That's Mickey Mouse. I apparently know, but I can apparently do Mickey Mouse. Oh, Tai? That's not a very good idea, huh? I'm sorry, I can only do Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I do like the designs of the characters here. Imagine Shumon with the Mickey Mouse voice. That would probably fit. I'm surprised the dub didn't do that. We got like Ice Devimon Christopher Walken. Oh, Ty! It seems to have been brought up by Disney, huh? No, I cannot do impressions to save my life. If someone would be like, hey, you're gonna die if you can't do an impression, I'd be like, I hope my headstone looks cool, or something. Oh, also, I can't remember, was it actually the Macho Man Randy Orton as the voice actor, or was it just an impression? I can never remember. Yeah, Disney broadcast, I think they had the rights to season 4 as well. That's why the Digimon movies, Reg of Diaboromon, the Tamers ones, and the Frontier ones all had Frontier music, because they were owned by Disney and they didn't have the rights to the original music. Digimon voiced by Danny DeVito, yes. I'm a million years late to this, but I've seen a few episodes lately of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and like I really like that show. It's kind of funny. Like I don't mind it. All I know from the show is, from what I've seen, is that I wish I was Mac. Like, no, not chubby Mac, but when he gets like unreasonably buff, like God, that's goals. Part 1. Was that not part 1 that I was just playing? Could Digimon do a sitcom? I think that the first part of Try was like kind of like a sitcom-ish, or I guess more like a slice of life. Oh, poor Minoru. That was a long prologue. I thought the prologue was the part with the dead ghost children. Do we know how many chapters this game has? The entire game is a prologue. That tracks for like a lot of games that I've played. Like I think it was Persona 5 had like the tutorial and prologue was like 5 hours long. It's tell you a game coming in 2025. That's surprisingly not that far away now. I don't know. I've seen like some Digimon in this game, but I don't know if Zubamon's in it. I've not played any Kingdom Hearts games. How long is the prologue in Kingdom Hearts 2? Does it beat Persona 5? Because Persona 5's one is just horrendous. I have the Kingdom Hearts PlayStation 4 collection. I've just never played it, but I want to one day. I'm like the last person on Earth to not play a Kingdom Hearts game. I know Mickey Mouse is in it. Falcomon! I love that they used... Oh, Labramon! I love that they used original Falcomon for this. I'm big fan of that. Also... We shan't allow further wrongdoing from you, you lout. I love Falcomon right now. Whoa, I start asking about Kingdom Hearts and the chat's blowing up. Terrifying franchise to think about playing. Yep, absolutely. And yeah, there is apparently a lot of lore. I love Labramon. Unfortunately, I can't think about Labramon a lot because I will cry. I'm not sure if any of y'all have seen the first Tamers movie, but it is hard to watch if you are emotional about dogs dying. It makes me very emotion. So, yeah. Labramon just makes me very emotional. I love Labramon though. I love dogs. I love the footsteps going on.
なんだ。
Ah, there he is.
今の声。
たくま、近くに骨門の気配があ
If
る
you
ぞ。
dish the pelt,
今のやつか。どのあたりだ。
is it Brachiomon? The like the orange dinosaur one?
と
The orange dinosaur that's not Greymon, obviously.
の方だな。
I feel like that would fit.
骨門の
And
気
Canondramon.
だって。
わかったたくま、僕に任せて。
Minoru is just Kiyoshiro in a coat. He is like Kiyoshiro, but a little bit more positive, I think. Brachio's perfect level. Okay, yeah. Is there a... I feel like there's one that evolves into Brachiomon that's a dinosaur and orange.
俺が骨門に襲われてる。
Did I mention Psychmon? I love Psychmon too. Oh, Cyclomon. I thought you meant Psychmon as in the purple Gabumon recolor. Cyclomon. That would fit. So Cyclomon, Brachiomon, and Canondramon. I'm gonna save Minoru because he's my friend.
ああ。なぜ石の塊みたいに。
うまくタイミングを見て。うわ、まずい、もう一匹現れ。せい。
Falcomon!
お前は大丈夫か、ミノル。
Yeah, honestly, I was surprised that they put Falcomon in this game, like the original Falcomon. I prefer the original one. He looks more like a falcon. The one from Savers looks more like an owl.
知ってる。
だから言っただろ。俺は敵。承知。ミノルが助けを望むなら全力。
His music is nice and hopeful. But yeah, definitely Cyclomon. That's the... I was trying to think of another orange one, but yeah, so Cyclomon works. Side note, I love Canondramon.
なるほど。あいつ。
だからファルコモンは
Falcomon is a good guy. Like, I really hope that Survive does well, because I would love plush toys of the Digimon from this besides Agumon and Lotmon, because of course they already have plush toys. I want a plush toy of Falcomon. He is such a cutie. Like, look at him, he's just a little bird friend. Like, yeah, he's such a lad. Just a lad, just a little guy. All annihilated, jeez! Why are we just using some very heavy terms, video game? Yes, Yakumon needs more love. Like, always surprised that... And there I go. Losing my voice. I'm ending my turn. Facing the boys. The lads, if you will. Do. I'm gonna hang out with my boy. The lad. I love Falcomon. Some spicy gamer language. Yeah, Agumon would definitely play Dota too. Definitely. He'd be like, oh, you should uninstall this game, you're rubbish. That's, I don't know. I played Dota for a bit, but I was very bad at it. The only hero worth playing in Dota is Venomancer. He's a little snake guy. He's a lad. I like him as a friend. Yeah, this Agumon's nice though. Oh, you can talk. You can have a conversation mid-battle. Just a bit of a chit-chat. Shoot the shit, you know. Just, you know, shooting the breeze. Just have a discussion mid-conversation. Why not? Oh, you can cheer on people. Aww. Oh, that's cute. That's pretty cool. And also, I like that. I like that the humans are doing something in battle. I feel like a lot of the time in Digimon, the humans just kind of standing there. I like when, I guess, the later seasons of Digimon put the humans into battle a little bit more. We had obviously season 3, and then season 4 they were the Digimon. Season 5 they did the DNA charge thing. Yeah, I like when Digimon decided to involve the humans a little bit more. I haven't actually seen the D&D movie trailer, so I don't know, I cannot answer that. And I also haven't played D&D in years. I don't think I've played it since I was in university. Tamers like managers in wrestling, absolutely. I used to love wrestling, also when I was in university. I don't know, I became a lot less fun when I started working. In university, I was going to wrestling shows and like playing Magic the Gathering and playing D&D. I was a lot much cooler in university. I was like the cooler me. Now I'm boring. I just go to work and I come home and I talk about Digimon on the internet. Oh, the monsters. That's like... Hang on, I think I watched that show when I was younger. That's, it's like the Addams Family, but they're monsters, and there's like the girl who's just like this normal human girl who comes to hang out with the monster family, I think. I know, I was very young when I used to watch that. I didn't realize they were doing a movie for it. That's cool. That's a series I haven't thought about for years. Falcomon. See, I'm bad at movies. I don't know many directors. So I don't know who Rob Zombie is at all, but that's a cool name. Agumon.
それを聞きたいのは僕の方もだって。敵じゃん。さっきも見ただろ。僕たちを守ってくれたんだ。確かに。
I only know 2 bands.
何度もそう言ってるの。
I know Blink-182.
とにかく。
And I know the Whitlams. I'm not very musically, I don't have much music knowledge. I'm like, yes, I know those 2 bands, that's it. I'm not cool. I'm sorry to burst the bubble, but I'm very, very uncool. That's cool. But yeah, the monsters is something I literally have not thought about until, like, you mentioned the monsters. I'm like, ah, I remember that show. I remember really liking it too. Digimon driving vehicles. I mean, we've had like the Digimon racing game, and we had that short animation that came out around Sabers. So I guess we have had Digimon racing, kinda. But yeah, we haven't had it much. Labramon! Oh yeah, the Jeep, the Arukenimon's car. That was always cool. I like that they gave them the car. Like, no, they didn't give them a giant dragon or something to fly on, or like a big army of dinosaurs to ride on or something. They gave them a jeep. I always liked that. I thought that was cool. I just realized that Falcomon has teeth, and I hate it. I love Falcomon, but I just saw him open his mouth, and it was like one of those geese, whatever, that had teeth under the beak. No. You ever seen a talking dog? I wish I would see talking dogs. Oh, okay, I wish Freya talked. I don't want Langley to talk. I don't want to hear what he has to say, because it's not going to be positive. He's such an angry old man. I love him so much. Kokatorimon says hello. Also horrifying. Why do you have teeth? Why am I only noticing that you have teeth? That's horrifying. Yeah, Langley bites me. He likes going for a walk in the morning, but he also likes staying in bed and cuddling. So when I say, hey, let's go for a walk, he just starts snarling at me, and if I move my hand anywhere near him, he'll just latch onto my hand, and I don't want him to be, I don't want to hear what he has to say when he's like that. If he's latched onto my hand, I don't want him to say, like, I don't know, he'll probably say something mean and nasty and make me cry. I get emotional enough when he growls at me. I don't need him to be able to put words to that. Freya can talk. I'd love for her to talk. I'm sure she'll have everything so, like, Freya is so positive. She does not know that anything negative exists in the world. Freya can definitely talk to me. Langley, I don't want to hear what he has to say. I love him. I love Langley very much. He's my dog. He's my best friend. But he would probably make me cry. See, that would be a hard one. Like, I would say that people wouldn't let them vote because people don't let, like, I mean, there are people who didn't have the right to vote until, like, decades ago. So I wouldn't imagine that people would want just really smart animals to be able to vote, because people have had issues trying to get the rights to vote. But I think they would be more or less treated as hyper-intelligent pets, I guess. Even though they're a little bit more than that, because they can be as mature as a human. I'm sure after petitions and after protests, they would probably be able to vote if they had the ability to evolve to adult or higher, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, it'd be a hard one, because where do we, like, cross the line about how, if something's like an intelligent pet, what rights does it have? Oh yeah, they would definitely weaponize Digimon, and that'd be just sad. Why do you have teeth? School building. No, he's a friend. I take screenshot. The other reason I like the Switch is because I can take little screenshots with this. And it's really easy. Oh, I pressed a button. Because I forgot that the back of this controller has buttons on it. And I only use them for Animal Crossing, and I forget that they exist. Agumon, why do you have teeth? Maybe I've just never seen Falcomon with his, like, mouth open, but I just... Why does he have teeth? Oh, Labramon puppy. She looks so happy. That's the face that Freya makes whenever she wants something. I love her so much.
魔法何度かこの辺りすべてが通話可能。
Are we in the digital world? Is that what we're doing?
校舎の近く。
本当だ。GPS やん。
こっちも同じだ。
それにさ。
Hey, at least the camera functionality works because we need that for the game mechanics.
そうよね。
だったら戻ってこれるのは変だって。それほど複雑。
ふむ。何か混乱があるようだが。
I don't know.
この辺りにあれに似た
I
建物は
think
他にないぞ。
I can't remember if it was a boy or a girl in the Tamers movie because I didn't know what was happening if I was because I was crying so hard. But I don't remember what it was in that. But this one, she seems more feminine. But I honestly can't remember. I think it might have been a male in the Tamers movie, but again, I was crying too hard to remember to pay attention at the time. Both times, every time I've seen the Tamers movie, the first one, too much crying.
たくま、学校
What is school? And I feel like there's injured people. But he's so cute. Ah, this is hard. I'm just gotta focus on first aid, but he doesn't need to know what a school is. It doesn't need to bother his pretty little brain.
大丈夫よ。
I'm worried about the dog.
でも、あれ？いや、いないどころか。
本当だ。
もしかして俺たちが気絶してる間に群発し。
ミノルも気絶してたのか。
ああ、俺も葵さんもな。
どうして。
それを知りたいのは俺の方ですよ。どうなってんだこれ。ただ夜の校舎すら普通に怖いのに、こんな廃墟じゃ。
落ち着けミノル。俺がいるから大丈夫だ。
そうよ。葵は私が守るわ。
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about that earlier. How
どれくらいかな。
the translation seems more like just a localization, where Cyber Sleuth at some points seemed like a just a direct one-to-one translation. Sometimes it just didn't make sense as much. Also, there were bugs in relation to the translation, like when there'd be options. Sometimes it'd be like just one long sentence, but for some reason it had picked it up as like 3 different options. Also, when they ask you a question about like which is the Digimon known for dual-wielding shotguns, and you select Beelzemon, and it's like correct, Botamon was the answer. So yeah, the translation definitely is better. I guess Cyber Sleuth was kind of like, in addition to All-Star Rumble, Cyber Sleuth was kind of like a testing the waters for like, hey, is it worth to release video games for Digimon in English? And I guess All-Star Rumble did kind of do that, and that's probably the reason why we got Cyber Sleuth, because we all kind of bought All-Star Rumble, but I don't think anybody played it. But we bought it! I have it! I have a copy of it. I think I touched it. I played 10 minutes of it once. And I don't even have an Xbox 360 anymore, but I bought it. I have it. Yay. Oh, horrifying. Everything about this is everything about this is something I just do not like.
中もボロボロ。
ありえなくないな。気をつけて歩こう。
どうしたの？ちょっと
Oh, Labramon.
痛むのか。しっかりしろ。
ラブラモン。大丈夫。
Oh, Labramon.
救急箱を探してくるわ。
Puppy.
まずは1階から探そう。
If anything happens to any of the characters in this game, I don't think I'm gonna handle it. Like, I don't think I'll be able to handle that. Wow, that was convenient. I'm really glad that a first aid kit was in this abandoned hospital, no, not hospital, school, in a nurse's office. I'm glad that you're pointing it out that it seems perfect, and that's weird. Aww, Labramon. Ooh, something arrived at my From Japan warehouse. I really hope it's the Jurassic Park Nano, or I'll cry. What is it? Nope, it's Speed Jump. Exciting, but it could be more exciting. Aww, Minoru is so good.
2階から声がしたけど、どこなんだ？
たくま、こっち。
ああ、間違いない。教室の行くぞ。りょう、ぶつか。
Aw, Kunemon.
君の前に
知らない。
あいつの名前は確かクネモンのはずだ。
クネモン？
ねえ君、大丈夫？化け物じゃないよ。
化け物なんて失礼しちゃうわ。
I'm excited to see what Kunemon's personality is like.
りょう、とにかく。
なんだよおめえ。
この子。
どうやら人間のようだし。
なんだか情けないわね。
Oh, that's not nice, Labramon.
こんな時でもやっぱ嫌なやつのままで安心しましたよ。
うるせえ。いいか、幽霊もいたし、なんかすげえでっかい化け。
この先って。
Horrifying.
なんだよ。
もしかしてあっちか？
ふざけんなよてめえ。
寮のやつビビりすぎて幻覚でも見てん。
いや、確かにこの者が言うように。
マジで？
そうね。
一体何がいるんだろうな。なあ、たくま、 あっちの方写真あっち神社の時も何か変なもんが映っ
ちょっとミノルくん、
待って葵さん、何もわからない状況だから試してみようよ。
もうたくま
こんな時にカメラかよ。
何か映るかな。
Yeah, I really do like this feature. Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. This reminds me of another 3DS game I played a little bit ago. I think it's called like Spirit Camera. And I started it, but it was just too scary. It's like an AR game, and you use the 3DS's camera, and it like puts like demons and ghosts and stuff, and it was just I couldn't continue on. And the book was like the manual that came with it was a special like book for the game, and it was just too much. And that reminded me a little bit of that.
なんだよ。え、
うわ、なんだこれ。
Horrifying. I don't like spiders.
まだ何か
Oh, even Falcomon looks upset.
何かって
That little dude. Let's make like a bread truck and haul buns. I've never heard that before, but that is now my favorite saying. Make like a bread truck and haul buns. I love that.
あー、おいよ、急に。
ちょっとねえ、葵どこ？変。葵がいないの。
Oh.
本当だ。
今の今までそこにしまった。いつの間に。
Gadzooks.
化け物。
あ、そうだ。すげえ速くて俺は見たんだ。
嘘だろ、全然気づかない。
骨門の時と同じだ。見た目だけじゃなく常識外れの力が。
このカメラに映ってるのって雲食われち。
嫌だ、そんなのあってたまるか。一瞬嫌な気配がしたんだが、
もっと周りを気にすれば。
すまない。
Ay, caramba. Yeah, it does feel like that.
なあ、
どうするもこうするもねえだ。
何言ってんだ。葵さん置いていく。
今から追いかけても間に合う。
まだそうだと決まっていないと思うけど。
とにかくこのままじゃ葵手分けして葵を探しましょう。
I think it's good to be cautious. But, oh, this is hard. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna save. I'm
確かに葵さん。
gonna save. I'll try and save her.
おう、行くぜファルコモン。承知。
嘘だろ。
ありがとう。それじゃあ別れてす。私責
And
任
yeah, the camera works pretty good in this, like, how it's moving between the characters.
あ、
The thing that really takes out me from the immersion of the game is the fact that my phone's still got 95%. Like, if this was real life, the phone would be like on 10% by now. Toilet unlocked. Well, that's good news. Free bat. I love free batting. It wants me to try out the free battle? Okay, I guess I have no choice in the matter. I thought we were going to save one of the characters, but apparently we're just going to go and have free battles. Let's do it. Let's ignore the fact that one of our friends is being eaten by a giant spider or something and just go and have some free battle. It's good fun time. I know if I ever get taken away by a scary monster, I'm definitely going to expect my friends to go and have some fun first. Betamon! Yay! I annihilated. Still don't like that wording. Makes me very concerned for the, for my little buddies. Switch to the enemies tab. I love Betamon. If you believed, what would I do if someone told me an idea that I believed that it was incorrect? How do I control? Is it not giving me the choice to control it? It's only giving me the... okay. It was only letting me say that. Yeah, I gathered that. I was like, I want to have a conversation, but I guess it's still a tutorial. I'm glad it's teaching me to be friends with the monsters. I do like that. I like that I don't necessarily have to battle them and kill them. I can make friends. I want to be friends with Betamon. Yeah, let's do that. I'm worthy of the allegiance. Oh, and then he just exploded. Great. That's cool and fun. I want to be friends with both of them, but I don't think it's gonna let me. Oh, I did not mean to move there. Good. Oh, good, it let me go back out of it. I also feel like, yeah, having a conversation with the character that you're trying to befriend or, like, catch is a lot nicer than... Do I get... I didn't pay attention, so I have no idea if I get experience from recruiting them. I hope so. I've got an itchy eyeball. The worst. Labramon. A friend. Can that reach? No, it cannot. That definitely can't. I'm just going to end my turn. Oh, nope, apparently I'm not going to end my turn. I misclicked. There we are. Jolly good. Algamon. Yeah. Oh, I'm the worst. Nope. There we are. Will my attack reach? No, it won't. Oh dear me. Oh, Kunamon just made like a little squeak noise. I love him. Will my attack? No, definitely not. Please do not harm my friend, thanks. Yeah, I love the little sprites, the little models they have for this game. I don't know, he might be. I shall let them live. Oh, he's so cute. Now I'm gonna move here instead. that's a healing attack. It's a real shame that I can't read. And Kunemon did nothing. Kunemon was just there along for the ride. Gets a participation trophy. Yeah. I think this is just where I was before, so yeah. He does deserve it. And my phone's still at 95%, which is just amazing. Oh, I don't like this. No. No, no, no. No, didn't like that. Did not like that at all. That was... No. Nah. 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 An Ostgay? But no, I did with the... That was not cool. No. Dead soul. I told you those kids were dead. I told you those kids were definitely demon children. I did not like that at all. No. I did not care for that. I really did not. We're trapped inside with some demon children. Nah. 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 No. 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 Oh, Kunemon! He's hurt. Oh, he's no scared. He's a baby. I love him. You saw a ghost. Yeah, cool, cool. I don't want to see the ghost again. Kunemon's in a mood at the moment. Oh, he's great. He saw the girl. Oh, great. Creepy piano. No. No. None of that. Did he just pass out? Okay, Rio has passed out. I don't want to Uh, 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 no. 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 Nah. That animation there, it scared me. I thought I was being attacked by a ghost and not Agumon trying to attack the door. No, don't do that. It's dead silent. Oh, Gurn. No, don't. Hello, I'm horrified by the monsters. Or the ghosts in this case. I really hope I don't see any more of those ghosts. Okay, cool. I think we're done in that area. Good. The world map music taking again me out of the horrifying experience that I was just in with the terrifying dead-eyed children. Oh, this is not much better. Yeah, sure. I'll take advice. I'm pretty bad at video games, so advice is good. Also, how close am I to the end of the chapter? Because I wanted to do until the end of the chapter, but I also do want to go to bed at some point. Oh, poor Labramon. I'll talk to her. Really? Like, how far off is it decent? Like, an hour or two? Like, to the end of this chapter, I mean. I haven't actually watched that many trailers for this. Oh, what was that noise? Oh, that's horrifying. Yeah, I was, I pre-ordered this 4 years ago, so I'm very happy that EB Games in Australia opens up their pre-orders very, very early in advance. Like, sometimes too early. Because it means I didn't have to worry about ordering the pre-orders. If it's another hour or two, I'm probably going to finish off the stream soon, because I am sleepy. I'm sleepy and also horrified. Check all the scanning spots. So in the cafeteria. Oh, for like items, I guess. That is helpful because honestly, I would not have necessarily been doing that. Oh gosh, no, I want the ghost to not do that. Oh, that's a shame that your order was cancelled. Oh, this is a horrifying room. I am glad that you can kind of toggle between the spots. You don't have to like put your pointer over them like in Danganronpa. You kind of have to like navigate over everything. Okay, I think I've got all that there. But now I'm worried about Falcomon and Minoru. But yeah, so I guess, yeah, the toggling's very, very helpful, because otherwise, you know, I would spend ages just like scrolling through things. But yeah, I'll probably finish off for now because I do want to try to get this uploaded to YouTube. I don't have much faith because most of the streams I've ever done, for some reason Twitch just didn't keep. Hopefully Twitch decides to keep this one so I can upload it to YouTube, because unfortunately being in Australia does not make it very good time for a lot of the people who I guess follow the podcast and everything. And hey, I got to 80 followers, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think the US had different policies for pre-orders. I heard Amazon was being really weird with them. Some people got like early orders, and some other people got like delayed orders from Amazon. It's really weird. But yeah, so I do want to get this uploaded to YouTube, and I don't want it to be too long. But also, it is now almost 3 hours in length. Oh gosh, that time went quickly. But yeah, first impressions for this game. I adore this game. So far, it is exactly what I wanted in like a Digimon game. It is. I didn't want another like virtual pet simulator like the World games, like redigitized like Next Order. I'm glad it wasn't one of those, but I'm also glad it's not another grind fest like Hacker's Memory and Cyber Sleuth. I loved Cyber Sleuth. I loved Cyber Sleuth to pieces, but I'm glad it's not another one of those games. I'm glad it's something different. It looks great. I'm a big fan of the way it looks, and yeah, they are trying something new, and that's something that Digimon does do a lot. And it might be hurting the franchise, it might be good for the franchise. I can't tell, but it is nice that they're doing something completely new. It's a new genre. The people are calling this a visual novel, and I mentioned earlier in the stream, it's not. It's not actually a visual novel in terms of how it feels, how it plays. A visual novel is just like, you don't even get choices, you kind of just get text and some pictures of characters, but mainly you're just basically playing a video game version of a picture book, like a pop-up book kind of thing. This is more of a point-and-click adventure game, which you don't really see very many of those type of games nowadays. I really like the genre, but again, you don't really see it that often. It is a point-and-click adventure game. I guess kind of like Danganronpa, but this one honestly feels more like a traditional point-and-click from the 90s. But I'm a big fan of that. I love it. I think the animation's good. I think the music's good. It's definitely got some creepy vibes, especially with the random ghosts. That was surprising. I honestly didn't expect to see the ghosts. Was kind of thinking the kids looked creepy, so that tracks. But in general, first impressions are pretty good on this game. I say first impressions, but it's also almost 3 hours in, which that's I guess beyond first impressions, but also I'm only in chapter 1 still. So yeah, there's just I like this game. I'm so glad there's no grinding, or there doesn't seem to be the same amount of grinding as there was in all of the story, the RPG Digimon games. In terms of how there's 113 Digimon in this game, instead of, you know, over 1,000, I don't care. It's not a collectathon like in Pokemon. That's a collectathon. It's more of a it's a story. It's not like the goal isn't really to collect them all. I mean, I will want to collect them all, but that's not like the goal. And 113 is plenty. Like, I'm assuming that at least the partner characters, they get personalities, which is good. I don't mind that there's only 113 Digimon. I don't think Airdramon's in this. That's kind of a shame. But it has other Digimon that I like, and it has original Falcomon, which I'm very, very impressed to see. honestly kind of expected never to see original Falcomon. I love this, the phone menu navigation that we have going on here. I think that's a cute touch. I love the camera functionality. I love how it's using this phone, this something that we use in our day-to-day lives, and sort of putting it in the game as a mechanic. It makes it feel a lot more immersive. And speaking of immersive, the music is just gorgeous. Except for when you go into the map and it goes peaceful and completely different to where you are. It just kind of takes me out a little bit, but that's not even like a negative. It's just something that I noticed. It's a little bit different, a little bit unusual. But yeah, it's a good game. So far, I'm a big fan of it. So far, I would recommend it. But it depends if, like, some people might not like the fact that it's so text heavy. Like, it's not a lot of, like, traditional, like, you just do gameplay. There's a lot of, like, reading. I don't mind that, but if someone doesn't want a game where they're reading a lot when there's a lot of text to get through, I guess I wouldn't recommend it. But I honestly, from what I heard, I thought it was going to be more of a visual novel, more text, like very much more text heavy like a traditional visual novel, but it's not that. And yeah, the price is like, I mean, in Australia, this is actually cheaper than other full-priced games, so the price isn't like as much as other games that I've seen, but yeah, it is still a big price. But on the other hand, from what I can tell, there's a lot of time to be put into this game. I've always liked if you should like get like, for every dollar you play, you should get like at least like an hour of it, or something similar to that. Obviously that should cap out at a certain amount, because like games like, I don't know, Persona would just have you going for like paying hundreds of dollars or something. So from what I've seen, for how many different routes there are and how many hours it takes to get through that from the interview at Digicon, I feel like there's a lot of gameplay there at least. I'm not sure how repetitive it would be to play the different ones. I'm not sure how different each route is, if it's just a few differences, or if they're entirely different games with different paths that you take. I guess we'll know at some point. Clearly something happens after chapter 5, because Bandai don't want us streaming or talking about it for at least 2 months, so clearly something big happens. It kind of makes me concerned, but in a good way, for like, oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, like kind of excited, kind of anxious about it, but again, in a good way. But yeah, so far, I like this game. It's clearly got a lot of love and a lot of effort put into it. I'm glad it was delayed, because it feels very polished. I like that. I like that in a game. And it does feel great to finally have this game in my hands. And I'm just gonna save, because there is autosave, which I like. I do like there's autosave. Autosave. I do like that. I don't forget to save often, but in the case that if it crashes or something, it's nice to have that as a backup. And I'm gonna always save multiple times. I will just spam the save button. But yeah, so far my first impressions are fairly positive of this game. Like, it's got a lot going on. It is polished. It's nice. That menu, I've heard that this opening screen updates with the people you have in your team. Yeah, there we are. So that's kind of cool. Even though we don't have Labramon at the moment, and also the other characters have disappeared, but these are the characters I've met. I do like that. That's a nice touch. So I'm a big fan of this game so far. If you watch this stream or this video, depending on how you're watching it, I would so far recommend it. I'm looking forward to playing the rest of it, but I am kind of tired, and I've been streaming for like 3 hours now. So yes, definitely thank you for coming by the stream. Definitely follow if you haven't already. I do want to do more streams. It's kind of hard to find times to get into it, and yeah, I'm so tired at the moment. And I love that. I love all of the digital hazards emotes that they put in, and I'm really happy that I got my chat window showing up so everyone else can also see the cute little emotes. But yeah, big fan of this game. I'm excited to play more, and yeah, I'm pretty positive about it. I really can't wait to see the rest of the characters. I'm not sure if I'll stream all of it, or if I'll just, like, up to chapter 5, or if I'll just be playing it on my own. It depends what, I guess, my timing is like. But I do play other video games that aren't Digimon, so if any of y'all see video games that you would like to see me play on stream, I have video games. I'm bad at video games, so it won't be very fun, but I mean, it won't be very, like, I guess, impressive. Might be fun, I don't know. And yeah, I have a lot of video games. I'm bad at them though. But yeah, so if you see any video games that you would like to see me play, let me know, and I'll probably make them happen. And yes, video games. I love my video games. I don't play Pokemon Unite anymore. I quit. I have this thing, whenever something gives me like daily things or monthly things, I get like fear of missing out, and I have to get every item, and I will just play it, and then I will even play it if I'm not enjoying it anymore. So I was playing Pokemon Unite for months and months, and almost a full year since it launched, and then I was just like, I realized that I wasn't enjoying it, and I was only playing it to get the items every month. So that's the exception. I will not open that game again, because I'll see how much that I don't have, and I'll be sad. But yeah, so I have video games. These are my video games. I haven't finished Doki Doki Literature Club, but that was definitely not the game that I expected it to be. But yeah, so thanks y'all for coming by my stream. I would love to get to 100 followers on Twitch. I think that'd be cool and fun. I think I said I was on 80 before, so I'm probably still on 80. But so yeah, so check that out, and check out me on YouTube or any of my socials. I don't know, like, comment, subscribe, etc, etc, etc. And but definitely thanks y'all for tuning in, and I've been having a blast talking about Digimon with y'all. And I have no idea how to stop streams, by the way. Stopping the videos are easy because I can edit it, whatever, but streams I'm just like, I have to like press a button and it just goes, and I don't know how to say goodbye. But yeah, I'm definitely terrified of children and spiders now, so there's that. But yes, so see you later all, and have a good night, day, whatever time you are in. Bye bye.